Communicating your message in a way that creates an emotional connection with the people that matter most is essential to spreading your ideas, earning that business, and moving someone to take action. And there's no better or more effective way to do that than through story. Human beings are hardwired for story. Our brains light up when we hear a compelling narrative. Why? Because stories help us understand the world around us. They help us to see the connection between things. Stories bring meaning to life.
Brenda's energy and passion is contagious, and I loved watching her speak. As a writer and storyteller, she is incredible. I felt so inspired and came away from her talk knowing how to tell my story with power and purpose.
No matter what you do, your job, always and forever, is to tell your story. So what makes a good story? And more importantly, how do you tell a story that's going to resonate with your audience and create the emotional connection that inspires people to take action?
Brenda teaches people how to find, tell, and use their stories to create the outcomes that they want. And see, this can be critical because if you don't tell your story the right way, someone else will tell it the wrong way.
When I was 9 years old, I was head over heels in love with Kevin Rossi. I decided to write him a love letter. I was positive that my words would get him to fall in love with me. But as soon as I sat down to write, I realized I was clueless about the language of love. And then it hit me. Why not just turn to the experts and do what they do? So I started watching daytime soap operas. Every day after school, I would run home and turn on the television to watch my Spanish grandmother's telenovelas. I would write every single word that Sebastián professed to Gloria. Te amo, no puedo vivir sin ti, me muero sin tu amor. I wrote down all those things in my letter to Kevin. I love you. I can't live without you. I'll die without your love. I folded up my letter and tucked it into the pages of a library book. On the big day,
it's 6:15.
I was so nervous, I returned the library book and forgot to take the letter out. When the school librarian found it and read that I just couldn't continue life without Kevin, she called the school principal, who called my mother. Not the outcome I had hoped for, and definitely not the storybook ending I envisioned.
Brenda's story made me laugh so hard, and I even got goosebumps, and it really got me thinking about how I can write my stories more authentically, and I really think using some of her techniques can help me with my marketing.
I've been a writer and a journalist now for nearly 20 years, and as someone who tells stories for a living, I'd like to share with you some key elements of what makes a good story. First, get clear on your message. Decide, what do you want to communicate? What story do you want to tell? Second, who do you want to deliver that message to? Who is your audience? The more that you know about your audience, the easier it is for you to connect with them. Finally, pay attention to the world around you. Pay attention to the details of life. Details give a story sparkle and luster. They give us something to latch onto and something that we can believe in. Today, when access to information is just a Google search away, stories help us understand the world around us. Because the truth is, we are our stories, and stories help to create the connection that help us make impact in the world.